Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about side hustles again, which I feel like I haven't spoken about on this channel for a while, and you all seem to really like watching content around side hustles. Also, I feel the timing of this video cannot be more right because in the economy, the situation isn't very amazing right now. Global stock markets are down, inflation is at an all-time high, and we're all worried about job losses. There are constant layoffs happening almost every single day in the news, and it's kind of scary to be in a situation like this, given that we just came out of a pandemic. But just because the situation outside is bad doesn't mean it has to be bad for us as well. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 side hustle ideas that you can start with absolutely zero investment. Let's begin. So the first option I want to talk about is Reel Creator. Yes, this is a legit job now. If you are someone who spends time on Instagram, you would know that Reels have taken over that app. We all love spending time watching people recreate the same trend over and over and over again. And there is something really addictive about it. But it's not just an addictive gimmick that Instagram has launched. Reels have literally become the marketing go-to strategy for a lot of brands out there. So if you are someone who can create high-quality reels and you are someone who enjoys doing that, then you could make a lot of money for yourself by offering your services as a reel creator to these brands. So your job responsibility as a reel creator would be to A, be on top of all the trends that are happening, B, identify how that trend could be applied to a particular business, create those reels, shoot, edit, and then upload it in an optimized way. Usually, reel creators today are getting paid a lot of money. Like my reel creator who's currently working with me and is helping me create reels for my academy, I am paying her a pretty hefty amount for the kind of work that she's doing. And businesses are okay paying this kind of money because reels are getting results. It's getting us reach, it's getting us in front of new audiences, and it's also getting us inquiries via DMs and comments. And that's literally what businesses want, right? More inquiries from customers who are willing to buy from them. So if you'd like to become a reel creator, all you have to do is start an Instagram account, which is free, and then create a lot of reels and try to show your expertise while creating these reels. And then reach out to businesses on a regular basis, pitch to them that you could create similar reels for their businesses as well. Start by offering this service for free to 1 or 2 businesses, collect testimonials, and over time you could use the results that you got for your free clients to get more and more paid clients in the future. Also want to share with you a small secret on the side on how you can get amazing reel ideas for your clients. See, no matter what your client is, try to create an Instagram account that is separate from your actual Instagram account and optimize that account by consuming the reels that are relevant for your client. Watch more and more reels of similar type, like them, comment on them, share, and then the algorithm will kind of understand that these are the kind of reels that you want and it will show you more and more of those. That way, every time you go to the reels tab and you start consuming, you will be fed content ideas literally with every reel you watch. The next side hustle idea is my personal favorite, and 2 years back, I was doing that myself to create some good side income for me. This idea is called being a copywriter. Do you know who a copywriter is? A copywriter is someone who writes emotion-backed, sales-generating content for businesses. Let me break this down. So you know who a content writer is, right? A content writer is someone who writes long-form informative content so that businesses can use that to optimize for their search engine, that is SEO. But a copywriter is a little different from that. A copywriter's job is to not write informative content, but to write content that would stir emotion in their buyers, that would make them feel like, oh my God, I am seeing this ad and now I want to buy it. So it's more sales-driven writing, and it's literally one of the most important and highly paid opportunities out there today. Because you see, at the end of the day, what do businesses want? They want more sales. And if you can write content that would make people buy, that's it, that's gold standard. Nobody wants a skill that's more important than that. So copywriters write ads, they write website content, sales page content, they sometimes write salesy promotional newsletters as well, even email marketing, and sometimes they even do a little bit of social media based launching. And all of these are very high level activities for businesses. So how do you become a copywriter? Of course, you have to be good at writing, that's a given, but writing and copywriting are two slightly different things. So you will have to upskill yourself a little bit when it comes to copywriting. I have a few free courses of copywriting linked for you in the description box below. You could get started there. And if you're interested in investing a few ₹100, then I have some really amazing copywriting books linked for you in the description as well. Do check them out, and that will give you the complete roadmap of how to become a copywriter. The next side hustle is Google Adwords consultant. See, most of the businesses today, literally almost every single business out there today, is advertising on Google. Google is the website that all of us visit almost every day, right? So it is obviously logical for businesses to advertise on Google also. But how does one advertise on Google? There's something called Google Adwords, which is a Google ad product, which if you master, it could be a really highly lucrative skill that you can easily monetize. And you know the best part? Getting started with learning the skill is absolutely free, and you can learn it directly from Google and get certified. So there is a Google AdWords certification that you will need to do. The link for that is in the description box below. It's a quick certification. You can easily do it with a laptop, internet connection. No additional money is required. Nothing extra is needed from your side. So you can finish this certification and then you can call yourself a Google AdWords consultant. Basically, your job here will be to create Google AdWords for businesses. So you will guide them on the strategy that they need to create. You will also create ads for them. You will make them live on behalf of the businesses, and you will charge a small fees for that. And you know, Google AdWords right now has 60% of the advertising market share, which means almost all the businesses are kind of using it. So you are going after a really big market, and the potential to earn here is endless. To get clients for this side hustle of yours, you will need to show up on social media as an expert, someone who knows about Google AdWords, create content, and try to engage with businesses. And over time, slowly, as you start pitching your services, you will see that a lot of businesses would line up. The next side hustle idea is becoming an online tutor, and this, in my opinion, is a massive opportunity today. After the pandemic, we all know that online learning has picked up quite a lot of momentum, and people are completely comfortable with learning online, whether they are kids or grown-ups alike. So how can you break into this industry? There are two ways actually. One not so nice and the other one really great. I'll give you both the options. The first one is signing up for a lot of these online tutoring websites. There are many out there. A really popular one is Vedantu, where you could sign up, create your profile, and Vedantu will try to match you with the students that they have in their database. So for example, if you're a maths teacher, you could sign up on Vedantu to be a maths teacher, and they will send across students who are willing to learn maths online. You could also sign up for other websites like QMath or White Hat Junior, where you could learn music, coding, etc. But I honestly am not a very big fan of this idea, mainly because your destiny is not in your hands here, right? You have to wait for the website to match you with the right students. What if they're not able to match you? What if you sign up and you find nobody? And what if your experience with the website is not too great? In that case, do you completely stop and give up on this idea? No, there's a really nice alternative which I would recommend you to take instead. If you want to become an online tutor, consider launching your own online course. Today, it's possible for you to create your online course for absolutely free. You could use a platform like Thinkific, which would allow you to host your courses for free, and you could use your laptop's webcam and a basic earphones as mic to record your content. Teach your content online, record yourself teaching, upload it on Thinkific, and start your marketing from scratch by showing up as an expert on social media. I actually have a full video on this topic on my other channel. I will have that linked in the description box below. Do give that a shot. It may sound daunting that launching your own course is too much of work, but it's really not. You could actually make your own course live in 2 weeks' time. And the last option I want to talk about is a little bit controversial. It's blogging. I know you can go on Google today and type if blogging is still relevant, and a lot of people will come back and tell you that nope, blogging is dead. Most bloggers are not earning any money anymore. I don't quite agree with this actually. Let me explain. Let's go back to 2010, right? 2010 was the time when influencer marketing wasn't a thing. Nobody was creating content online, not so much in India, and there were no big influencers as such. And the industry didn't quite exist. So most of the advertising money was going to A-list celebrities or movie stars or cricketers. They were the ones advertising. And every time you would see Anushka Sharma come and recommend a Head and Shoulders shampoo to you, you wouldn't quite believe it because you would know that Anushka is not using Head and Shoulders. I'm sure she's using something super fancy from a different country created by somebody who particularly studied her hair type, right? So we stopped believing in these advertisements because we couldn't connect with that anymore. So influencer marketing came into the picture. People who looked like you and me became influencers and they started recommending products to us. So when I come and tell you that, hey, I use Head and Shoulders, you would believe that more than you would believe Anushka Sharma, because I look like the kind of person who would use a shampoo like that, right? So influencer marketing gained a lot of momentum. But cut to 10, 12 years later, what's happening now? Almost every influencer is promoting some or the other product, and people are starting to kind of lose interest in taking any kind of product recommendations from influencers also. It's getting a little oversaturated. So where is the world heading now? After influencers, who are going to be the ones to give us product recommendations? My idea here is that user-generated content, actual people like you and me who are not influencers, who are not content creators, but are really just going out there to talk about our experiences, and micro creators are going to be the ones whose product recommendations will be taken more seriously. Let me give you an example. So let's say you come across a noodles brand and you want to understand whether it's actually good in quality and whether you can place an order for it or not. So you go and search for some influencer videos and you find a lot of them talk really good things about it. But then you know that these influencers were paid money to say good things about this noodle brand, right? So you are still not 100% convinced about whether it's actually good or not. So you go on Google and you type the name of the noodles and you type review next to it, and you see a lot of reviews come up from people who are just like normal people. Imagine the kind of reviews that you see on Amazon, right? You trust them a lot because they are written by normal people sharing real experiences of using that product. Now, as a blogger, I honestly think it's a great time to get started in this industry, because you could be one of those people. Instead of taking the influencer route, you could create a lot of user-generated content for brands that you've personally used. And today, brands are more likely to work with creators who have a small following, who share their honest, authentic experiences and actually create content without it being a scripted piece given by the marketing manager of the brand. And that's why I believe blogging is going to pick up even more, especially for small businesses, where bloggers would help them get SEO optimized, would help them create user-generated content, and would in fact also help them become reviewers on platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, etc. So if this sounds exciting to you, you should definitely consider getting started as a blogger. For blogging, it's really simple. There are many amazing articles out there that teach you how to get started. Create your basic blog website. It could be on Wix, WordPress, anything like that. Start by creating content that feels nice to you, that feels in alignment with what you believe in, and slowly start sharing your experiences, and you will soon build a small community for yourself. Here, we won't be chasing big numbers. Our goal is not to get 1 million followers. Our goal is to create a small community of authentic followers who believe in you, who believe in what you have to say, and we would very well be able to monetize that as well in the future. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. While all of these ideas are actually completely free for you to get started with, if you are someone who'd like a more hands-on guided approach, then you could consider joining my academy, which is Hustle Post Academy, where we train people to get started with all of these ideas with step-by-step mentoring and coaching. So the link for that is also in the description box below. And with that, I take your leave. I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye.